Persona 4, Dancing All Night.
Better brace myself.
Griffin, who's this nude man?
What a way to kick it off.
How's this? Look at this naked boy. Who's he?
That is you.
No, you've misidentified him. That is not me. That is the protagonist of the Persona 4 series. It was a good guess. It does look like me.
It does. It's the gray hair and the fact that you're always wearing swimming trunks.
Almost always. Sometimes I go no trunks.
It's really hard for me to watch you play this game without me just going and playing this game.
Yeah? That's okay. That's a good sign. So this is Persona 4 Dancing All Night for the PlayStation Vita. This is some footage of me playing it on my brand new PlayStation TV that I acquired almost just to do this. What do you make of this game?
Well, first of all, what difficulty are you playing on? Because this looks like little kid stuff.
I am playing through on normal right now. I think so. I know. I think one major difference is that I might not like it as a rhythm game as much as you do, but I like it for a bunch of other reasons.
Just to explain, this is Persona 4 Dancing All Night. It is a dancing spin-off of Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden. Probably one of my favorite video games of all time. Definitely top 3. And the soundtrack is music from the Personaverse. And are remixes, mostly, of the music from the Personaverse. And it's fresh as hell. It's really, really good.
Super dope. Do you have any, favorite songs?
Oh, my God.
Any standout bangers?
There's a disgusting remix of Shadow World, the theme song to, I guess, I don't know if it was the game. Yeah, it was the theme song to Persona 4 Golden. And there's a remix in there that is just absolutely great.
This one right here, the Your Affection remix. There's a couple, I think. This one's amazing. The Shinichiro Sawa remix is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite music men.
The music is really good. I can understand why you wouldn't care for the mechanics of it make it feel and behave a lot like a classic PS1 rhythm game, which obviously that genre has evolved and changed and become more sophisticated throughout the years. But I don't know, I still harbor. There's it kind of gives me a Mad Maestro vibe, kind of like that really did it for me. What's really cool is you can completely customize the difficulty of the game. You can unlock Persona franchise items that you can equip before you start a song to change different difficulty settings in a really modular way.
For sure. They've got all the modern trappings of you can adjust the speed the notes come at you in, you can adjust the sound effect that plays when
Sure, but then there are other difficulty tiers. So I play on All Night, which is the unlockable super mega hard difficulty, but then I make it a little bit more survivable because this game, if you miss a couple of notes, you'll fail. And it's really brutal.
And something else that I think we absolutely have to mention is that this game, as far as I choose to describe it, is not a rhythm game so much as it is a visual novel that also has a rhythm game in it.
I think that's probably accurate. I definitely spent more time reading things than I did
for sure.
Dancing to songs. Actually, that might not be true because I've actually gone back and played it a lot after I finished beating it for review. I've managed. I'm now into score chasing, which I never thought I would. Particularly get into. But yeah, I've beaten all the songs on the hardest difficulty. I've gotten very, very much into Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
For sure. I mean, I think something that is worth saying, even though people might assume it's true already, is that this game's localization, in my estimation, is totally fucking fantastic.
Yeah, sure. But I kind of expect that.
Yes,
from
for sure.
This franchise.
It totally everything about the translation, but also the way the game is written. This game is such, on one hand, knee-jerk reaction. I think all of our reaction was oh, look at this fan service cash-in thing. But it's so, it's the characters you love doing the things you love and very much being themselves, and sometimes Kanji makes that face, which is great. It's everything that you want out of a Persona thing, and it's, really well-written and kind of an interesting story.
I mean, it's the reason, this franchise is so successful. Specifically, Persona 4 has become its franchise unto itself at this point. With the number of spin-offs that it's gotten, it's because these characters are genuinely really great.
They are.
And they're really great in this. And there's actually, once you finish, totally finish the game, there's a secret unlockable chapter that sort of bridges the gap between Persona 4 and Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which I really enjoyed. The game introduces some new characters that aren't nearly as... I mean, you've spent so much time with these characters, assumedly. You sort of know them inside and out.
Yeah.
And the new ones are a little bit single-faceted, but...
Here's one of my favorite characters.
Tanaka?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty great, and you can... And this might count as a spoiler, but you can buy a mask.
Yes, I think...
And basically all of the outfits I have, anybody dancing, they're wearing the Tanaka mask.
I was going to ask what percentage of the time you're wearing the Tanaka mask.
100%.
It's kind of interesting, too, that, like, the characters' default outfits are evocative of the Persona 4 outfits, but aren't quite them, and they actually go out of their way to justify that in-game in the story.
Yeah.
But then you can also buy, like, every outfit from Persona 4 that every character ever wears, plus a bunch of super, like, goofy stuff.
There's a lot of goofy stuff, and I feel like the goofy stuff takes a little bit of the edge off of, like, the definite cheesecake stuff that there is in the game.
For sure.
Like, I forget, oh, shit,
Her name.
Her name. What is it?
The idol girl.
The idol girl. I can't remember her name, but she only gets like a couple outfits, and one of them is just like a bikini. And I don't know. That's kind of gross, but it sort of takes the edge off of it when you can ever wear a bikini and like a Tanaka mask,
right?
To make it look like I don't know.
Something scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fact that everyone has an unlockable pair of like 70s sunglasses, and we'll see some of the other outfits here in a second, but like. Something else I kind of want to talk about is the fact that this game looks just so good to me. Like, the animations are all phenomenal, the faces look great, like, this is a PlayStation Vita game, but, like, I kind of would love to live in a world where, and I guess the P5 trailers are kind of leaning towards this, where, like, video games look the way the characters look in this. Like, I want a Persona 4 remake, almost, where the characters animate and look this much like anime characters.
You want Persona 4 Platinum.
I want Persona 4 Silver, Gold, and Platinum.
X, Y, X2, Y. I mean, we're joking, but you know I'd buy the shit out of that.
Oh, for sure.
I would buy that 4 times.
Also, this is in my opinion, the mandatory Yukiko outfit at all times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta have that mask on.
You get bonus points if you cosplay correctly like that.
I mean, I think that this game, like, one kind of interesting thing about it structurally, like, there are other rhythm games that do this notes moving out from the center thing, especially in arcades in Japan. But it really works in this game, I think, because you can kind of look at the notes in your periphery and still focus on, like, these incredibly elaborate, well-animated dance routines
I disagree.
and characters.
I feel like I miss a lot of, like, the choreography and stuff until I finished all of the songs and can go back and watch the replays. There's also a little, in speaking of, like, things kind of getting in the way of other things, you can turn off character dialogue during songs, which you should do, because it's really, like, enjoy it for a bit. It's like, oh, it's Yukiko, she's joking around with Chie and all that's fun and stuff. But, like, ladies, I'm trying to hear the song that I'm making you dance to. There's one part where one of the characters does a 3 count. Like, 1,
oh my god,
2,
and it
3.
doesn't line up with the song at all.
But it doesn't line up with the song. It's like...
I think it's Chie. It drives me crazy every time.
Worst. But you can turn that off. You can also turn off, like, it makes a clapping sound every time you hit one of the buttons, and it's like, it sounds like a dope Persona remix if somebody was applauding through the whole thing. But you can turn all that off.
Anyways, Persona 4 Dancing All Night is coming very, very soon, and is also this happens. The sax solo. I honestly, every single time, I don't know if this is skippable, and I will never know, because it's my favorite thing in the world, and I'll watch it every time. This is Persona 4 Dancing All Night. It is a game for the PlayStation Vita. If you have a PlayStation Vita and any affection for Persona, I feel like this is a mandatory purchase.
Man, that was one hell of a long trip. Been sitting down so long, my butt's sore.
We really should have taken the express train.